Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. So we're going to be continuing this conversation. Good. Make sure the mic is selected. We're going to be talking more about communication in a very sexy way. You need to choose your words wisely. This is really targeted for couples, for people who have long-standing relationships, right? Yesterday I was talking with this couple, and they brought up, you talked about communication. Me and I talked about it, kind of on this platform. Good morning to you. I am so sorry for just diving right into it. We're bringing you healthy and happy news every single day, giving you the tips that you need to make life even bigger and more abundant. Back on the topic, but I was talking with a client yesterday, and it was a couple. They're doing some really cool things right now with their business. They're doing e-commerce, and literally, these two people came on the call, and it was just so much anger. You could just see it. Well, you could just see there was a conversation that needed to be had there. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just watching. And I'm not judging, I'm just waiting for it to happen because at some point it's going to pop up. And then, boom, bigger than that, it came right up. You don't ever blah, blah, blah. And you always blah, 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 blah. And I just sat there and I'm just like watching, not judging. Again, I'm saying blah, blah, blah because I don't want to get into the details. It's not important. But after everyone kind of got their emotions out the way, I said to them, when was the last time you did something kind and caring or said something kind and caring for one another? Right? And they were like, kind and caring, because people kind of sneer sometimes when you use phrases like that. And then I said, all right, let me say it like this. When's the last time you let each other know that you actually care as you navigate life like this? And they looked at me and they were like, well, he should know because every single day and da 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 da. She went into her thing, and then he said, "Well, I do know that you love me because I can tell because you don't do la 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 la." And they just go at it again. I said, "Wait, time out, time out, time out." And I said, "Let's try this again. Right now, this isn't you all. This is just things that happen in life, and you both are feeling really comfortable together, and so we kind of can tack it in one another." And they like, okay. And I even took it a step further. And I said, whenever we're navigating life, life doesn't pick on you. That's not the way this works. Life is life. It's not good, it's bad, it's life. It's what you make it. And we were just talking, I talked with him about, how we got to navigate problems. And sometimes problems can lead to us pointing fingers. It's something that I have been guilty of. It's something that, guess what, I probably will be guilty of in the future. I'm not acting like I'm perfect. But what I'm saying is when you can sit back and you can see it, it's a lot different. And so we kind of laughed and joked about it. And I was like, yeah, he is a mofo. Let's not make him, let's not, lie about that. But you know what? You love this mofo. And they just kind of got with it. And it brought it up today about, choosing your words wisely, or being really careful. Sometimes we get really comfortable with the people that we have in our lives. And when we get really comfortable with these people, and this doesn't just mean romantic, it could be a friendship, it could be the guy or gal that you see every day, we take things for granted. And a big thing is we think through osmosis or through some sort of telepathy when we're screaming at people, fussing at people, giving them orders, telling them what to do, fixing things, getting gas, cleaning the house, all these things, we think those words, those actions translate to I love you, or translate to hey, I see you, or translate to that I care. That's not the way this works. It's not. I went through life for so long thinking, and God, this is, 15, 20 years ago, but I was thinking that because I was doing things, that meant that I was showing that I love someone or that I cared or that I was actually paying attention to you. You got to take it a step further here. And a step further means, hey, thank you. Hey, I love you. Hey, I appreciate you. Those are the things that make people stop. And a really great friend of mine, mentor in many ways, a really great friend of mine, Tony, shout out to you if you're watching this, Tony G. He just brought up this morning that you have to create these moments where you walk up behind him, her, or them, be smart, where you just grab them or you just let them know that, hey, I love you. Hey, that I appreciate you, because that's a part of communication. Thinking that you care about them or thinking that they know is not communicating. That's all it is. You're thinking. But I want people to sit back and recognize that everyone right now is really trying to do the best that they can. Everybody. You might not be working to the full capacity, but we're doing the best we can. We have different things pulling at us. It can bring out some nasty parts of our personalities. It can bring out some parts of our personalities that maybe you're not quite as proud of, or maybe you're not even aware of. But what I wanted to talk about and kind of frame things up this morning was you need to take the time. It's important for you to take the time because you care about these people to show and communicate that you love them, that you notice them, that you see them. I talk to my dad every day, as I mentioned, and it's one of the things that, and I talked about this a couple of weeks, well, last week, that we had never said I love you before. Never, ever, 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 ever. It was just so weird. Even now, I still feel like, oh, I'm telling my dad I love you, but it took practice. But even when I say it, I still feel weird, but I know he hears it. He knows when I hear it. It mattered. It's a happy birthday to my dad, by the way. But it's those little moments like that where you're tired, you're frustrated, the day's hard, the kids are driving you crazy, bills could be piling up, maybe that fulfillment orders aren't being received, maybe that your manager's coming down on you, maybe you're just having a day, maybe that your emotions are high for whatever reason because you watched some movie that made you remember a past. When someone walks up to you unsolicited and it just says something like, hey, you really do matter. Or, hey, I really do appreciate what you had to say, just to kind of bless you. Like, even imagining that, think about how good that feels. Every single day, you get to create those magic moments for people. I did that this morning to my lady. Boom, out of nowhere. I didn't think anything of it, but I meant every word that I said. And then through her feedback, she said, wow. But this is what life is about. All these things that we get so focused on, all the problems that we over encumber sometimes. Life is about people, people and decisions. And that's all life is about, in my personal opinion. Sure, there's some other things that we can have like sprinkling of seasoning with, but essentially it's people and decisions. You have to let people know that you care and that you care and that they matter. Maybe that you see them. So many people don't even feel noticed. I'll be talking with people, and I even had this experience when I was in Nashville speaking this weekend. Um, I was there and I was just talking with someone. Something as simple as giving a person direct eye contact and acknowledging that I see them. Something that so many people, so many of us take for granted. And as I sat there and I looked at her, I saw her eyes well up. And I just sat there and I just smiled at her and I was like, it's okay. It's okay. That was it. That's all she needed. I mean, she just started boo-hooing. And she was like, I don't know why I'm crying. And I just talked with her and I just let her know it's all right. I see you. I'm present with you. Some of us are moving so fast right now that for someone just to walk up to us or someone just to unsolicited, just unrehearsed versus how you doing, all that. But it was just like, hey, I love the way that you carry yourself. I love how you handled yourself in that meeting today. That's a really good choice. A compliment goes so far. I want everyone to go out and compliment someone today. If you can get five, do five, but at least get one in today. If it's your loved one, even better. But go out today and let people know how much they matter in a very simple way. Hey, I see you right there. You know what it's like to have a bad day. And if you are having a day where it's not shaping up so well, think about if someone walked up to you and said, hey, you're doing great. And if you haven't had someone tell you that, I want to be the first person that does tell you that. You're doing great. You're here, you're doing better, and you're working on making life better for yourself. Go out there today and make it happen. Share those words, spread those words, and just make people or give them people the experience that they matter and that they care. It goes a very long way. I don't mean to be Pollyanna-ish, but it matters. Get out there, be happy, be healthy, and do everything you can to enjoy Happy Meals. Take care.